certainly made popular by Hadoop. The elephant now is the symbol by which we represent big data analytics. And so today we're going to go into some of those critical details that you need to remember about big data. And just as elephants today do not float in the clouds, big data does not just float out there. There are many core components that are required. But before we get there, let's give a little definition. Big data is made up of structured and unstructured data. So things like Facebook, your applications, log files, all of that make up big data, dependent upon, of course, what you want to do with the output of all this data. And output, of course, is critical. And that's where a lot of focus is in our applications today. And so we see output related to operational strength, right? Your network, your server storage, network gear, or maybe business outcomes, something to increase our profitability, reduce our vulnerabilities. But all of this just does not float out there in the clouds. We have to have a firm foundation by which we build our data analytics strategy. And that strategy is clearly built upon hardware. The hardware stack is not going away. It does definitely matter. And here we're drawing out some of those components, right? If they're the normal suspects, right? Your server, storage, network infrastructure. So what is important? Well, compute, you have new technology like Memristor, or now compute and direct attached storage are coming closer and closer together. And of course, we can't ignore the future of containers versus virtual machines. And then storage with SSD. We want to be able to have a storage device that doesn't change the operating system so that we can horizontally scale it. And of course, object and block storage is critical as well. And then we have the network component. And the network component includes things like software-defined networking that's going to give us the flexibility within our virtual environments and within our infrastructure of that data and control plane. And of course, it has to be open flow enabled. All of these are critical components to support the foundation by which big data and analytics runs. But we cannot ignore security and authorization. Security from a perspective of we want to make sure everything within the environment is secure, but authorization in the perspective of we want to make sure that it's scalable, repeatable, consistent, so that our authorization packages are not all over the map. It's difficult to get authorization, and we need this repeatability and predictability within the foundation and the analytics engine in order to stay authorized and secure.